It doesn't have to be on the floor to get started. Oh, it is cold in here, guys. Have a wonderful day. Good morning, you guys. This is my first official vlog where you guys know I'm pregnant and I can vlog like openly talking about my pregnancy. Thank goodness. I got my eyelashes filled yesterday and I even used the sensitive glue, but they're still super swollen. Oh, I don't know what to do because it's so nice having them, but I don't know if it's worth going through like 2 days every 2 weeks of extreme pain and swelling. It hurts. Hey look, Aura's rubber ducky. I know, and then it's like hours long again. Oh my gosh, I need to put clothes on. That's the worst part of my day. I don't know why, I just like dread getting dressed, to be honest. I think also considering nothing is fitting over my belly anymore, and even these like t-shirts, as the day goes on, they just move up, the leggings move down. I just feel like I'm popping out of everything. Kids have been going borderline crazy while I was getting some work done, so I'm gonna set up some stations for them. My watering is mouth. My mouth is watering. I get questions all the time on like how I keep my kids entertained, and let me tell you, it's always a work in progress. But this is a popular one around this house for all the ages. Station painting. Oh my gosh, my brain. Station 1 is gonna be watercolor. Another popular station, just some magnets for the fridge. Cutting and gluing. Trash for cleanup. Beans. This next one, you guys might think I'm absolutely nuts, and I also agree with you. But kids love to make messes. 1, 2 cups of flour. 1, 2, whisk this up. And voila, I probably could have added 1 more egg, but I didn't want to waste it. If you guys want my Play-Doh recipe, which obviously looks a lot better than that and less baking breadish. But fun fact, this is actually how you make pasta dough. I usually do 5 to 10 minutes, and it does get messy, okay? Especially the beans and the Play-Doh stuff. But it's fun for the kids, and it's easy to clean up. Rainbow. Yummy. What are you making? Coffee? Let's go that way. We finished our stations. We got bored of those. We did do it for like an hour and a half though, so I'm impressed. We got our babies on the walk. What's this baby's name?
Apple.
Apple. What's your baby's name?
Flowey. Flower.
As the kids get older, I'm finding it harder and harder to get any work done in the day. So I've been kind of working nights, which leaves little time to sleep, but we're just happy that there's sunshine, beautiful mountains.
Mommy, my baby. Hello.
The station's made such a mess. I had to show you guys because I just think it's funny. And yes, I left it like that. Preston's doing the training for his new job. So me being super loud and cleaning up is not the best thing right now, but he's about to get off now. Why do I feel the need to disclose that I'm gonna clean my house to you guys? Or I like your shoes that you chose. I don't care what season it is. I will always be a socks and shoes type of gal. Okay, I'm waiting. Mommy always ends up holding the babies, huh? Now I'm carrying 2 babies. Pick the wee kids up from school. Right there, that's Levi's school. Hi, guys.
You want me to give this note to you?
Alicia's friend gave me this little note. Look how tiny it is. Can I have a play date? The thing is, I just got in the car. I don't want to get out yet. Being in the car actually reminds me that I filmed the other day, just like a little vlog segment, so I wanted to include it in this one. Starbucks. You want a cake pop? Wherever you go, you have to sit and buckle. So sunny out today, Aura. We'll be right back, Lucy and Ellie. You want the chocolate one? A medium mango dragon fruit refresher. Here, Aura. Thank you. I never like to order refreshers because I feel like I just drink them so quick, which is kind of the point, but I don't know. Anyways, I thought I would just like sit and chat with you guys. I feel like it's been so long. Things have been so go, go, go. And then announcing the pregnancy, like I just feel like I haven't like taken a minute to just like update you guys. At least on like my emotions. A lot of you guys know in 2017-ish, I was diagnosed with severe OCD. And then between that time and now, I've been diagnosed with almost everything under the sun, it feels like. That comes with the OCD, depression. But anyways, it's just been a lot of discovery about, you know, how the brain works, how I work, how I cope, all of that over the last couple of years. And especially just with like everything, I mean, everybody has things going on, obviously, but everything that I've gone through in the last couple of years and like experienced, I like to use the word experienced rather than gone through. I feel like I kept trying to tell myself like, okay, I feel like myself again. I feel like myself again. You know, any little bit of happiness, I was like, oh, I feel like myself again. When truthfully, I don't think that I did, because now that I feel that I really am in a place of genuine happiness, comfort, confidence, and like a sense of safety within myself. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but if you get it, you get it, I guess. But it made me realize like I was really trying to be okay, which is a good thing, but I really wasn't okay for a long time. And that's okay too, because, you know, everybody goes through things in life many different times, and life ebbs and flows, and so do your emotions and mental health with it. And I like being around myself. I used to be scared of being in my own thoughts, and I used to distract myself and be borderline manic because I was just trying to stay out of my own brain. That silence in my head scared the shit out of me, which then came with like disassociation, which can be a helpful tool, I will say, but obviously then it made me a little desensitized and all of that jazz. So I just wanted to say I definitely feel in such a good place. I also think pregnancy wise, which feels so weird to talk about on camera because I've gone so many months not talking about my pregnancy, but I've had really good pregnancies, I will say. Like, I've been really lucky in that way. And maybe this is just because it's the biggest gap that I've had between any of the kids, but I just feel like so happy and like mentally right in this pregnancy, which is not something that I really remember experiencing to this degree. Of course, I was excited to be pregnant and have babies. Like, that's always been my biggest purpose and one of my biggest reasons for my happiness. But I'm just truly like loving pregnancy this time around, and that is something I don't know if I could have said the last couple of times. I do want to give a shout out to Betterhelp. They're also sponsoring today's video, so thank you, Betterhelp. I've talked about them on this channel many times before. They've sponsored me before, but I've also paid for it with my own money for many, many months. I actually got back into it, I believe it was summer of last year, because I remember doing my first Zoom meeting with them, or like therapy session, literally at a water park with the kids. I was in the car and the kids were with, you know, they had supervision, but they were at the water park and I was in the car doing my therapy. If you haven't heard of Betterhelp, they are an online therapy resource. Most recently, because you can do all different kinds of therapy, I've been doing couples therapy with Preston. I think it's so beneficial. If I've learned anything in my 20s when it comes to like relationships and stuff, you don't need to wait until there's a problem to connect and to have an outside source. So we've been loving doing that over the last couple of months. We actually did start with somebody else and then we switched, which I love that. I love that you can switch therapists for free at any time. You can cancel any single time and you can do it. The main reason I love BetterHelp is you can do it from anywhere. With 4 kids and now with a 5th on the way, like, I can't go somewhere weekly. The convenience of doing it from anywhere is just like, you can't, it's priceless. I'm gonna put the link down in the description. They are offering 10% off for you guys right now off of your first month if you use the code CureRenee. Another thing that's really helped me is was a big problem for me really up until just a couple months ago. I don't know why, like, I've gone through so many drastic changes in my life. Like, I'm 27, but geez, I feel like I've lived like 85 years. This is getting so long, sorry. I've always rushed myself to get over things or feel a certain way. I'm just like that type of person. Like, even when I am doing like an activity, I can't help but think about the next activity. I can't just like enjoy the activity that I'm in, and I'm find things to do to bring yourself happiness, but like, don't be questioning, like interrogating yourself on what you feel. So yeah. Anyways, I'm feeling just so much better and so much happier, and I feel like it reflects in my content too. You guys are always really good at reading me, and also my productivity level. Like, I notice when I'm happier, it does help that the sun's out. Let's rewind. Okay, my ADHD is ADHDing. I've been through so many changes in my life, and I really didn't expect marriage to be one that would really change me, because it kind of like, I've always had the mindset of it's just a piece of paper. But now being married and getting married, that was like a really big switch for me emotionally for some reason. I think I just felt like, okay, this is truly like the next chapter for me. Okay, it's getting hot in here, and I think it's getting to my brain maybe, because I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. If you guys are interested in BetterHelp, I'm gonna put it down below in the description. Don't forget CureRenee for 10% off your first month. It just feels so good to hang out and chat, you know? If you're one of those people that wants to start social media, but you're like, what are you talking about? Just turn your camera on, I promise. You'll come up with something. It don't matter what you look like. Guys, doesn't it feel like we just live in the car? Got the stroller, got the diaper bag, got Levi's water, Son, socks, cleats, chin pad, picnic blanket, and Aura is bringing this entire baby crib. Teamwork makes the dream work. And most importantly, the chairs. Did you get me one of those? It's the next day. I wanted to show you guys this dinner recipe, so I didn't just end the vlog last night after the soccer game. It's so easy and I feel like so mom friendly, and I get questions all the time about mom friendly, affordable recipes. We ended up just having Spam and rice for dinner last night because we were too busy with all the sports to really cook anything. I'm gonna add potatoes to a crock pot. You can get any type that you want. I used about like 4 or 5 potatoes. We're gonna add 1 whole onion. I didn't chop it up super fine because we're gonna slow cook this, so. I got this whole thing at Costco for 30 bucks, and this is like 4 different recipes for us. I would recommend adding this first, but listen, I forgot. We roll with the punches around here. This is where you can really get creative. You can add as much or as little as you want. Whatever's in your fridge is what usually I use. We're gonna use it for tacos, so I'm not gonna do the celery and carrots that I normally would. We're gonna do chili powder, freeze-dried chives, ground oregano. I just measure everything with my eyes. I just don't have the patience for measuring. Cumin, I don't recommend over adding this. I've never added this, but a little bit of rosemary, parsley. You can't really add too many herbs. A generous amount of ground mustard. Mustard is so good with red meat. Now we're gonna add some liquids. We're gonna start with some olive juice. Again, everything is elective, okay? A little bit of peppercini juice. I'm actually gonna add some pepperoncinis, I think. I almost forgot brown gravy. If I had beef stock, I wouldn't use this. And a wee bit of paprika. I have fresh garlic, but I'm lazy right now. A1 sauce. Generous amount of Worcestershire.
You need more flour than this?
You got flour?
You literally said flour.
Flour tortillas. Oh my god, baby. As much lemon as you want. You also can't overdo this part. The meat just absorbs so much. A little bit of salsa. What's with men leaving the door open when the AC is on? Okay, we're gonna add water until it's about halfway full. We don't need too much salt because a lot of the stuff we put in there has salt, but pepper, go crazy. Now listen, there's a million ways to do this. I've seen people do the dry seasoning directly on their meat because it does like season the meat a little bit better, but this is supposed to be easy, you know? I don't wanna do all that prep or it's not easy for me. In the crock pot she goes. This is my plate for now. This is all of the shredded meat, but honestly, I'm just not feeling hungry all of a sudden. All that work and I'm not even hungry. There's something about lettuce in a taco that just makes the taco go from like a 10 to a 25. And then I did try some potatoes on the side. The stuff you put in the crock pot is mostly for flavoring, but when it's carrots or potatoes, can't resist eating them. And I mean they are for eating, but you get what I'm saying. That's so hot.